I consider myself like another employee, not like a boss, like an owner. No, this is in a different place.
Yeah.
But when I'm there, I'm just another employee.
Mm-hmm.
So if I had to bus tables, I will. Wash dishes, cook. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I just want to do whatever it takes to get everything right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? My name is Adam, and I'm the host of the UKnowAdamTsang podcast, the show that is dedicated on bringing on passionate people, learning about their stories, and delivering value to entrepreneurs. So if that's what you're interested in, go ahead and follow, like, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the UKnowAdamTsang podcast, where you get to know a little bit more about people, passions, and all things business. Today, sitting across the way, I have Avel Leon of the El Sombrero in Statesboro, Georgia. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Avel, El Sombrero has been a staple of Statesboro. It's been here for how many years now?
Almost 34.
34 years. You have seen Statesboro grow in many different ways. But first off, welcome to the show. Let's talk about kind of like the beginning, the start. How did you find yourself in Statesboro, Georgia?
Okay. I used to live in Atlanta.
Okay.
I used to work for my uncle.
Okay.
And this chain of restaurants. El Sombrero is more than these restaurants.
Okay.
You got some are more in Macon, Gainesville, Atlanta area.
So it's a chain, actually.
It's like a chain, family chain.
Family chain.
Yes. We got a total of 14 restaurants.
14 restaurants.
14 restaurants with the same name.
Okay. All across Georgia?
Just in Georgia.
Just in Georgia.
Just in Georgia. So back then, I was living in Gainesville, Georgia.
Okay.
And I worked for my uncle. I started as a dishwasher.
Okay.
Busboy.
Okay.
Cook. And then the opportunity come up here in the Statesboro. My uncle offered me to become a partner here.
Okay.
Back in 89. Well, we come and look at the place, the Statesboro.
Really?
The Statesboro, I mean...
It's too small, right?
Too small.
What was Statesboro like back then?
Oh, my God. That was about 8,000 students back then.
Okay.
That was a college. It was a university then.
Yeah.
And, it was probably about a half of what it is right now.
Half.
Half. And I didn't know much about Statesboro. I mean, I've been in Savannah before, not Statesboro.
Yeah.
But, that was like a big opportunity. The restaurant was already equipped and everything. And
it was already here?
Already here. It used to be like a pizza before.
Oh, really? So let's talk about location. Which location are you talking about?
Fair Road.
Yep. Yeah. The original, right?
The original, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I said, okay, let's give it a try. They offered like a contract for 1 year. I said, let's give it a try and see. And after that, we still here.
Yeah, that's awesome. Did you have any hesitation about moving to Statesboro?
A lot.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What was going through your mind at that time?
I really don't know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
Especially I was 19 years old.
Yeah. So they allowed you to handle the store at 19.
19, yeah.
What were the challenges there?
A lot.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of experience in the beginning. I was working as a cook, something else, but not like running a restaurant.
Yeah.
So there was a big difference for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you had your hesitation, and what was about it that made you kind of like jump in? Were you just like, hey, let's give this a shot? I'm young right now.
I always want to open a restaurant.
Always.
I always want to be in a restaurant business.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where. I don't know how to start. When that opportunity come up, I said, well, let's give it a try and see what happens.
Had you managed before in the stores up in Gainesville?
Never.
So you didn't do any of that. So the experience that you had was what? You had, kind of like back of house experience. Did you do any serving at that time? None.
Not serving.
Oh,
just the cook, busboy, dishwasher. That was it. That's all I did in the restaurant. Mostly cooking.
Why did your uncle trust you?
I've been working for him for almost 5 years.
Okay.
4 or 5 years. So we got a good relationship. Mm-hmm. So he asked me if I want to become a partner. In the beginning, I was supposed to be the cook.
Mm-hmm. Here?
Here.
Okay.
Yeah, but and then things changed. Say, hey, well, we don't have nobody to manage the restaurant.
Yeah.
So can you do it? I say, yeah, I tried.
Yeah. And then you haven't looked back since.
I haven't looked back since, yeah.
What were the challenges of doing El Sombrero in Statesboro, Georgia?
Well, like I say, luck experience for me. The first week that we opened, we had to close like every day early because we ran out of food. It was crazy.
Yeah, people wanted the food.
They wanted
From the
food.
moment that you opened up.
We didn't know that was going to be that busy.
Yeah.
So we normally we were supposed to close at 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
Almost I would say the first week we closed like at 6:30, 7 in the evening.
Yeah.
We ran out of everything.
Yeah.
And we don't have enough employees back then because we didn't expect that many people.
Yeah.
So, slowly we start, bring some new employees, kind of, and then I realized exactly what we need.
Yeah.
And then we start,
growing
a little bit. We expand. We expand that before it was not as big as what it is right now.
Yes.
So we expand in the next year maybe.
Yeah.
And, we were this.
I want to dive a little bit into that first week. My channel is really meant for entrepreneurs kind of like going through these steps.
Yeah.
In the early days, do you remember, what it felt like? Was it kind of like you were just running around just trying to make sure everything was, maintained? What was that like?
It was scary.
It was scary?
Scary. It was scary, yeah. When you start, doing things that kind of go out of control. In the beginning, I doubt myself.
You doubted. You didn't believe in yourself.
I didn't believe that I can be able to handle it.
Yeah.
But I said, well, I'm already here. I got to do it.
Yeah.
I got to do it.
Yeah.
And slowly, things coming in place.
Mm-hmm.
And sales. In the beginning, I don't even know where to buy stuff.
Yeah.
Really,
At all.
And then slowly, the salesman, everybody came to me, and things start working out.
Did you make any mistakes in those early days?
A lot.
A lot?
A lot of mistakes.
Take me through some of those.
I didn't know how to, interact with people a lot.
Interact with people.
Yes.
Are you talking about your customers or
employees?
Uh-huh.
Employees. I didn't have the experience.
Yeah.
And I did some mistakes. I made some mistakes, and I learned from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Was language a challenge for you?
A lot.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I didn't speak a lot of English.
At all?
Well,
you were born where?
Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah,
Got you.
I came to the States when I was 14 years old.
Got you.
So.
Why'd you come here? Because of your uncle?
No, it was, I want to work. I want to help my parents.
Yeah. Your parents?
They still back in Mexico.
Mexico, got it.
I came by myself.
Got you.
Yeah.
Oh, alone?
Alone. Yeah, but when I first came to the States, I didn't speak not a word of English.
At all?
At all.
At all. And you just kind of like learned along the way?
Learned along the way, yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
Well, your communication skills is there, right? Like we have...
Well, I think I speak enough. Yeah.
That's great. Let's kind of like, so, they moved you down here, and originally you were responsible for the kitchen, right? Like that's kind of like what you were doing.
It was the plan.
That was the plan.
Yeah.
What kind of like changed there? Like you said, like some things happened, and then...
That was a guy that's supposed to come and help us run the restaurant and manage the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he came and looked at the place and this town. He didn't like it, so he decided not to come to work here.
Just left.
Well, he never even worked.
He never even came in.
No, well, he came, but he only came to look. And then he left the next day.
Wow.
Before we opened.
Wow. Right before.
That's like a week before we opened.
Uh-huh.
He said, "No, I'm not gonna be here. I don't like here, so I'm not gonna work here."
So of all the staff that was down there, why was it you that was selected as, hey, like maybe you should lead this area?
It was nobody else.
Nobody else.
Nobody else. He asked me. I said, "Look, I think we need to bring a cook, and can you run the restaurant?" I said, "I try."
Yeah.
I try. I don't have no experience. I have no experience, but I give it a shot.
Yeah. And that's wild to me because I can think like in my mind, like if I'm opening a restaurant and I have someone that's 19 years old, like can you imagine, right? Like
well, now,
right?
Go back and think. I say,
man, I don't know if I would have had the trust.
How did I do it? I I didn't talk much about it right now, but sometimes when this conversation come up, I say, I don't know how I did it. You know?
That's great. So, you ran that store. It absolutely kind of like, was it the first Mexican food in Statesboro?
It was.
It was. And then people loved it, ate it up. They really enjoyed it.
Yes.
And then you saw kind of like this growth, right?
Yes. This one was open in 89. And then another opportunity come up right on Northside Drive.
Yep.
In 93.
Yeah.
So we went ahead and take that place.
How many years between the first and the second?
Almost 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years, 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then that one, how did that one do? Do you remember that?
Yeah, that one's
process?
different. That one's different. I already had a little experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, when the publish used to be there.
Yes, I remember.
So we take the corner space.
Yep.
But I like I say, I mean, they built us our place, so to open up it was a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. And then you have the Taj Mahal, I like to call it, the big one. Yeah. When did that one come around?
Okay, that one we opened up in 2008.
2008.
2008. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And what was that like? Because the building is beautiful.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, but that was some kind of challenge too.
Really?
It was a big. For me, we never built a place myself.
Yeah.
Never built a place from the ground up.
Sure.
When we opened that place, everything went wrong.
Really? What do you mean everything?
I mean, everything was new.
Uh-huh.
And everything fell.
Wow. Like what?
We had elevator.
Uh-huh.
It didn't work.
Oh, my God.
Computers, they weren't working like they were supposed to. It seems like everything was the AC.
Problems.
I think what the problem was they don't have enough electricity in the building.
Uh-huh.
And when we turn everything on, everything start working with everything.
Yeah.
Little by little, everything start shutting off.
Yeah. So there was not enough power.
Not enough.
You can't run a restaurant without power.
Man, that was crazy. I'm serious. I cannot believe it.
Yeah. What do you think happened there? Was that just kind of like, because it was the first time that you had built, or was there something that was missed in the plans?
I think that it wasn't me. It was the engineering. Engineering didn't know how to really
work with the restaurant.
Work with the restaurant, yeah.
I see that.
Yeah.
So, in here, in your experience and the things that you faced, how do you kind of like approach problems?
I think you need to face it. First of all, you need to face it and never give up. Never give up. You need to trust in yourself now. I know I can do things.
Yes.
So I trust in myself. So, and one more thing that I want to, restaurant business is hard.
I do.
In order to succeed, you need to be disciplined.
And you are extremely disciplined, because I see you every single morning at the gym, every single day, working out, right? Like that's a big part of your life.
Yes, it is. It really is. It really is part of my life, yeah. It helped me with my stress.
Yeah.
Working out, it really helped me out.
Yeah. Is there a lot of stress in restaurants?
Oh, my God. it really is. Sometimes it's more than others, but really, some days, some weeks, you wonder if it's really worth it.
Yeah. So let's talk about the food of El Sombrero. You guys have some really great dishes. What is kind of like your strategy on putting out food?
Well, again, consistency.
Okay.
Consistency is gotta be the main thing. Even if we got 3 restaurants here, we use the same recipes. The taste is not quite exactly the same.
How come that's the case?
I guess the way that the cooks cook. Mainly is the thing. I go to the restaurants every day and taste the food and make sure that everything is before we open. Yeah. And I can tell the difference a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very fascinating.
But also, even with most of the things that we cook it right there fresh.
Yes.
So everybody's gonna cook different.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
For Statesboro, what do you think has led to the success of El Sombrero here?
The people. The community is a great community.
You like it?
Oh, I love it. I've been part of it for almost 34 years, and I won't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. This community is great.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
They love your food.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've had a lot of friends.
Yes.
A lot of I love it. Yeah, I raised my kids here.
Yep.
Yeah, I got three boys.
Three boys. Okay.
Two, they're already gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are they at?
In Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
They finished college, and
do you have any interest in the restaurant business?
I don't think so.
Why?
I think from the beginning, they saw all the hours that I work, and they told me that they don't want to see themselves like they see me. So from the beginning, they never get interested in run a restaurant.
Which is, it depends on what makes them happy, right?
That's
At
right.
the end of the day,
Exactly.
it's what it is.
Exactly. It's exactly what they told me. I want to do something else, they say, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. Tell me about, you've been in the industry now for, you said 34 years, 35?
This coming January is going to be 34.
34 years.
Yeah.
In this 34 years, what have you seen change in terms of the industry? Have you seen any difference between back then and now?
Big difference. Big difference. Back then, right now in the last 4 years, things changed a lot.
Yeah.
For restaurant business.
You're talking about some COVID right there.
COVID.
Right?
I think before COVID.
Yeah.
In COVID,
it made it faster.
Made it faster.
Yeah.
But we struggled more to get some employees.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it used to be.
Yeah. I see the same thing, right? Like it's something that also exists in the restaurants or whatever it is.
Yeah.
What do you think changed?
I'm not sure. I asked the same question. What changed so fast?
Yeah.
We have employees, but they come and go real fast.
Yeah.
And they used to stay with us for many years.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore. And also, right now, like you say, just to get the products, it's not as easy as it was 3 or 4 years ago.
You talking about like the vendors and
the
that
vendors,
sort of thing?
things that sometimes they don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Something broke down and the equipment to get the parts is really, really hard.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to fix it and things like that, So make my work hard.
Yeah. Did it used to be like that?
Not at all.
When was it like the best for you?
I think the first 15 years
smooth,
very smooth, real busy. We had enough employees. If something broke, they can fix right away.
Mm-hmm.
You don't struggle with get some products. So all kind of it was different.
Yeah.
Now it's
challenging.
It's challenging more than ever. Headaches more than ever. Yeah.
How many people do you employ across like all the
between this restaurant and this area? It's about 150.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we include the one in Meta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's actually other locations outside of this area that you also manage?
Yes. Well,
okay.
I own myself. I own 6 restaurants.
Okay.
6 restaurants. 3 in Statesboro.
Mm-hmm.
The one in Meta. Mm-hmm. And I got 2 in Ohio. I'm a partner with somebody else in Ohio with my in-laws. Yeah.
So Ohio's far.
Far away.
How do you manage that, even though you're so far away?
I got partners there.
Yeah.
And I normally go there like every other month.
Okay.
Yeah, but
how much time do you spend up there? Couple days?
3 days, 4 days at most.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just to make sure everything.
Yes.
How's the projects up there?
It's good.
It's good?
It's good, yeah. They're good restaurants.
Do they have the same challenges that are here?
Pretty much the same.
Mm.
Yes.
And let's pinpoint that. Like, what do you? So we talked a little bit about harder to get parts, harder to get food. What has been the biggest challenge?
Labor, especially in the kitchen. The kitchen is the hardest. Waitressing, but not as much because we have a lot of part-time students here in town. Yeah.
Yeah.
But working in the kitchen is more challenging right now.
Hard to find.
Yeah. Especially our kind of food, cook Mexican food.
Sure.
It's even harder to find somebody that knows how to cook it. We train so many people lately, and then work for 3 or 4 weeks, a month, and then they leave.
Yeah.
And you have to train somebody else, and it's over and over.
It's hard.
It's really hard.
Difficult.
It's difficult, yeah.
I think that is something that's definitely plaguing the restaurant industry right now.
Probably it's not a day in a week that I had to wash dishes myself or get in the kitchen to cook.
So you do it? Oh,
yes.
Man.
Yes. Somebody's
You
got to
do
it.
You got to do it.
If somebody didn't show up,
oh man,
what are you going to do? Just step up and do it.
Yeah, you basically get in there. That is something that I did. I've heard about you for a long time. In fact, my family's restaurant was not right next to yours for kind of like a long time.
That's right.
But one thing that I've always kind of like heard is Avel is always willing to step in and help out the restaurant in any way possible. So if it's clearing off dishes, if it's clearing off whatever, like you are always willing to do that to kind of like help the restaurant, and people see it. Right, the community sees it and they appreciate that, and I think even better, your employees see that too.
I consider myself like another employee, not like a boss, like an owner. No, this is a different place.
Yeah.
But when I'm there, I'm just another employee.
Mm-hmm.
So if I had to bus tables, I will. Wash dishes, cook. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I just want to do whatever it takes to get everything right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you have certain partners in the various businesses.
Yes.
How do you find a good partner?
It's hard.
What do you look for? Right? Because like you're basically like when you do something like a business with someone, you're pretty much getting into bed with them, right? Like you're working together on it.
You gotta know him.
Yeah.
You gotta know this person. You gotta know that they're gonna be willing to work.
Mm-hmm.
To step up, almost the same I do.
Mm-hmm.
If it's something to be done, they gotta do it.
Yeah.
They gotta do it no matter what it is.
Sure.
Yeah. And that's what we really talk about when we have meetings.
Yeah.
Just again, don't consider yourself like an owner, like a manager. You consider yourself like an employee.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the end is what you are, and when you're there.
That's right.
Yes.
And so that's what you look for. But oftentimes when you sit down and have a meeting, it doesn't always equal what they actually do on the field, right?
That's right.
So I mean, are you looking for certain characteristics? Are you looking for, like a certain leadership? Are you looking for, like, what are you looking for?
Leadership, first of all, but in a good way, in a humble way.
Oh.
Not like a leadership, I'm the boss and I'll give the orders. No, not like that. Not like that. You get something that I can see that is going to get along with employees. But if you didn't get along with employees, it's going to be hard to keep him.
Sure.
Yeah. And also, the main thing, know how to talk with the customers. Mm-hmm. If there's any problem, just to talk with them, just to make him feel welcome to the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about like shift direction a little bit. Obviously, my parents immigrated here.
Yes.
You also immigrated to
right.
to the U.S. What do you think immigrants? Why do they, I guess, work like they do, right? Like they work hard. They go after it. What about kind of like that moving to the States gives them a advantage, if you will?
Well, most of the immigrants, they in a need. They need to work. They don't have if you come from another country, because you don't have enough things in your country. And they saw the opportunity here, and they said there's a big opportunities here.
Yeah.
They seen that. That's why they work hard, and they know working hard, they're gonna succeed. They're gonna make money to send back home.
Yeah.
With the loved ones.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's how I was when I came here.
Yeah.
I saw that I can make more money than Mexico, but working hard.
Yeah.
And then if you work hard, you will succeed.
Yeah.
Here, definitely.
That's the American dream, if you will.
It's American dream.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's something that a lot of immigrants see, right? That's why there's always been this influx. America's the land of opportunity.
And it is.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
Yes.
It is. And do you think it's still there, even after this previous period of time?
It's still here.
It's still here.
It's still here. Right now, if something goes bad in the United States, the other countries, they're worse.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
That's what it is, how it is.
Sure.
So no matter what, the opportunity is still here.
Yeah.
It's still here.
Yeah.
If you're willing to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to say something in here just in terms of, we talk about labor. I will say that it does not take much these days to impress me, right? Like, if you just show up on time, you there working like, through your shift, I'm already extremely happy. Whereas like, you know, it might have been a little bit more challenging because it was more competitive back in the day. Right. So, you know, what I encourage is like for people that want to potentially, you know, work in the restaurants to go work somewhere, right? Go take a moment and maybe potentially like work at a restaurant, see the ins and outs and kind of get an idea so that you understand like what's going on there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's a good point right there.
Yeah.
If somebody want to become a restaurant business, you need to be there working before and see exactly how it is.
That's right.
Yeah, all the challenges, all the hard work, and then you decide if you really want to be in that kind of business. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what's next for Avel? Like moving into the future? Are you opening more restaurants? Are you...
Well, I got something in mind.
Yeah.
That eventually I'm going to do something, not a restaurant.
Okay.
But I think I'm gonna open a nice bar.
Oh, okay.
A nice bar, and I think we need something like that here.
I love that.
Yeah, just something small but nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, Avel, I have to thank you so much for coming on to the show. If you wanted to leave a word with the audience, what would you tell them?
Well, you know, I just want to say thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you for all these years, all the support. This good community. Thank you for letting me be part of this community.
Love it.
Yes.
Avel, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the restaurants.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Okay.